All right. Welcome once again to the beatzillapdx official news break. And we are talking about Mississippi. Is Jim Crow coming back to Mississippi? Because it's kind of looking that way. Um, there's been some laws that they've been trying to pass down there in Mississippi here, trying to basically make a majority black town white legislated. This goes, let's see, and this is actually out of the Daily Beast. It says is Jim Crow is resurrected in Mississippi. This is a opinion by Callie Holloway, and this is from yesterday. It reads, earlier this month, white representatives in the Mississippi House approved a bill to create a new district that includes all of the majority white neighborhoods in Jackson, a capital city that is 83% black. This includes creating a criminal justice system for the district overseen by an all white power base. Under House Bill 1020, the white conservative Chief Justice of Mississippi Supreme Court would handpick the new district's two supervising judges. Its prosecutors and public defenders would be chosen by the state's white Republican Attorney General. The zone would be policed by an expanded Capitol Police Force led by the current white police chief and supervised by the state's white public safety commissioner. Because all of the district's officials would be appointed instead of elected, Jackson's majority black citizenry would have no voting rights on the matter, making it Mississippi's only jurisdiction where, according to the ACLU, unelected judges and prosecutors have jurisdiction over the criminal and civil law matters. Although 12% of their sales taxes would be redirected to help pay for it all. It's oppressive because it strips the right of black folks to vote. Jackson Mayor Chokwe Antar Labumba said, after the bill cleared the House, it's oppressive because it puts a military force over people that has no accountability to them. It's oppressive because there will be judges who will determine sentences over people's lives. It's oppressive because it redirects their tax dollars to something they don't endorse nor believe in. State Representative Trey Lamar, the white Republican who sponsored the bill, lives in and represents a majority white district more than 2 hours away from Jackson. He holds a seat once held by his grandfather, Leon Hanford, whose legacy includes introducing a bill in 1962 to tighten residency requirements for college students, which a local paper at the time reported would have kept Negro James Meredith from filing suit to enter the University of Mississippi. So this is a line of segregationists, family. In various statements on the House floor in the op-ed from last weekend, the legislators insist on HB 1020 by adding unelected judges to Hinds County courts will help clear up lengthy case backlogs, while an expanded Capitol Police Force will address a spike in crime in Jackson, allowing his constituents to feel safe when they come to the Capitol. Ooh-wee. Calling the bill racially neutral. Come on now. He suggested Jackson's black elected representatives, who overwhelmingly rejected the legislation, have used race as some kind of political maneuver, and has even gone so far as to accuse those same black officials of incompetence in leadership. If it's not already obvious already, there's really one way to describe an effort to create a white political stronghold in America's second blackest city, where the black majority is subject to taxation without representation. And that is trying to pull a Jim Crow. But it is not just to top white supremacist power structure the bill proposes that begs the Jim Crow comparisons, it's also the overtly racist subtext needed to justify the idea that white power is the natural solution, an assumption so frequently made it's recognizable between all those lines of racially neutral language. And at the suggestion of an amendment to ensure his bill unelected judges at least be from Jackson, Lamar suggested the search not be limited to the majority black city, asking, do we not want our best and brightest sitting in judgment? Wow. Wow. Now that is just that's basically a Scott Adams right there. Good grief, dude. Yeah, that's very questionably racist, my man. That goes on to read, Black House Democrats rightly compared the bill to Mississippi's 1890 Constitution, which was drafted explicitly to exclude Negroes from voting through sinister methods of black disenfranchisement, disfranchisement, God, you know the word. Um, but the toppling of Reconstruction in Mississippi, as elsewhere, was also driven by the white supremacist assumption of black incompetence, intellectual unfitness, and innate inadequacy, ideas fabricated to cast black folks as incapable of leading. Well, again, that's just the line of white supremacy. None of that never had any bearing. That's just white people lying. There's nothing new. The great deceiver, that's not anything new. But I mean, that tells you again about the society that we're dealing with, the society of anti-blackness. So there is a little bit of there's some video that the AP put out. And let me go ahead and get this on the screen so y'all can see. And this is a video that the AP put out about Mississippi. Let's check this out.
That's kind of scary. That's kind of scary, yeah. It has changed for the worse. You got a lot of young people hanging out on corners and all. I just don't feel safe.
See, this is how they get things like that. And see, they knew they couldn't go to the old clergy. And so you have to get somebody from your own community, fairly rarely, fairly young, to come speak out against your own. Because see, saying something like that and not putting it on the state and the city government, you're putting all onus on the actual oppressed, who now you're saying, oh, we need these white folks to come in here and help clean up this mess because these black folks done messed it up. Ooh, how treasonous. Mm. So a state governing board for their water. Now we already understand Jackson, Mississippi has had a water crisis, and the state should have long stepped in. But now you're looking to put governance versus action. This is starting to look like a plan. For lack of a better word, I would say conspiracy. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. What y'all think? Just noticing some patterns here. So you catch that part? The other would expand the territory inside Jackson that is patrolled by state-run police department. So they want Capitol Police right there in the city. All black, all white elected police force and criminal justice unit to police a black city. This is so nefariously wicked, ain't funny. It would also create a new court system with appointed judges. Now, where are the Democrats with this? Where the we got Stacey Abrams spending time going over to Nigeria worrying about their elections. Where are the Democrats here? All of this congressional black caucus. Where are they? Where are they right now, family? Because I mean, this is being allowed to go on like it's all good and gravy. The judges would not have to live in Jackson or the county where it is located. Come on, man.
You know, they're kind of on the outside looking in. If you're not here to see what's actually going on, what's contributing to a lot of the problems.
It is a power struggle. It is trying to create a white city within a majority black, what is really a majority black city, and you're doing it under the Trojan horse of public safety.
Yes. And you got that black dude up there talking, I'm a business owner and this and that, and I need some help and protection. The proposals are the latest example of the political tension between the Mississippi legislature and Jackson.
Our history is our history. There's no running from our history. But I can assure you that the bill has zero racial intent whatsoever.
And there's how you know that you're talking to the devil. Because the very first thing that they do is confess by saying what they're doing is not what they're doing. Classic pattern of a liar, a deceiver. So this suspected white supremacist right here is using legislation and policy to affect black people. Now, this is a bad anti-black Republican. Not to be confused with somebody who says something. This is a person who is using the law and policy to affect and harm black folks. Yes, this Klansman right here. Well, suspected Klansman. This suspected Klansman right here. Republican Representative Trey Lamar of Mississippi.
For whether it's water, sewer, crime, Jackson needs some help. And so this bill, House Bill 1020, is designed to help the capital city of Jackson.
No, it's not. It's designed to make it white, and help does not mean white people running it. And that's basically what he's saying is help. Now, see, these trust me, the type of talk that he's spewing right now is the same type of talk that they were telling themselves about the slaves. See, we helped the slaves by bringing them here. That is something that some people still believe, by the way. Oh, we helped you by bringing you here.
Jackson, not hurt it.
About 83% of Jackson's nearly 154,000 residents are black, the highest percentage of any major U.S. city. There is no reason or no need, and in this climate should ever be presented to have an all-white criminal justice system in an 83% black city. None. It is absolute targeting.
I've heard from many folks in my congregation and elsewhere who, again, they viscerally feel like this is taking us back to the 1950s.
Well, here's the other problem. See, we have a bunch of these types that have been absolutely complicit, not resistant, but complicit. So these people also got to be dealt with as well. Despite the city's ongoing problems, residents members would like to see a different solution. Exactly, especially after all that janky
We
water
had to
they
go
just
through
had.
all this by ourselves, solo. Now all of a sudden you want to come and take it and say, okay, well, we're gonna take over. You know, you're treating us like kids. We're not kids.
The bill was passed in the House. The Senate awaits debate in the Senate. So that should be very interesting. How I would like to see how that debate uh, ends up. You know, but in the meantime, why aren't we hearing from these people? Don't you think you should be hearing something from somebody here in the screen? All of that. We have black folks elected to this. Then why don't they know what's going on here? Because some people forget that this was also the case. See those slaves building that White House and building the Capitol behind you? Then look at these people storming the Capitol. But yet and still, black folks need white people to come in and help run their city by outside appointees, not elected. Like, see, there's a voting situation right there. Where are the Democrats? Stacey Abrams is all the way over in Nigeria worrying about their election while remember, we heard nothing but voter suppression, voter suppression, voter suppression. You're not hearing them say a thing about real, true voter suppression. That's what this is. And it's very blatant and evident. But none of these people are addressing it. Shout out to the Congressional Black Caucus and all those black Democrats and all of you black Bidensexuals who still are trying to find ways to make sense out of this debacle. Well, there ain't going to be any, because there is no sense to be had out of any of this, because it is a total travesty and failure of leadership. You should not look to reelect Joe Biden. But with that being said, family, is Jim Crow coming back to Mississippi? I think it is. And is this a test run for other cities in the future? Something to think about. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Please like and share this video. If you have not already subscribed to this channel, please do so now. And if you would like to join, you could also hit that join button and join this channel. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at beatzillapdx. And if you would like to support this channel, you can definitely do so by the information that will be in the description, the ticker below, and super thanks and super chat. Thank y'all. Peace, power, blessings, and protection for every one of you who support this channel and have given your contributions to this channel. Shout out to you and to one of the contributors, steady contributors of New Black Media. A special thanks and shout out to Codified Trucking. Yes, indeed. Shout out to you. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on you and yours. Thank you for everything you do. So with that being said, family, y'all have a blessed one. And, again, like I said, let me know what you think. I believe, Jim, they're trying to use this as a test run to see how the response and the pushback will be. Notice how silent the Democrat black folks are. And so much so that while they're doing this, you got Stacey Abrams over in Nigeria gathering press and views over there while this is happening. So shout out to the black folks in Jackson, Mississippi. Keep your head up and keep the fight going. Pedal to the floor always. Stay black, stay vigilant, stay alive. Black first. Shalom, y'all.